All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Sowing and Reaping YouTube channel. And today, I'm going to have to respond to Shanny. In the past, I gave her the whole galaxy rule treatment where I wasn't going to respond to her. But as a lot of you know from the previous videos, them days are over. I'm not going to keep giving her free passes to be able to come on here and to verbally attack me the way she's been doing on Twitch. You know what I mean? Apparently, one of the things that she did was a joke. I didn't think it was funny. And then she recently made another video that I want all of you to listen to, which she said, I thought it was really interesting. Now, let me tell you how I found out about this video. I found out about this video because a buddy from the outside chat, who I've asked on multiple occasions to stop emailing me, sent me what Shanny was talking about on Twitch. Now, I thought that she was going to go on there and troll and do what she normally does, but I went on there and I could tell she meant what she said this time. And I think Shanny's being a bit delusional, and I'm going to prove it in this particular video. Now, some people are going to say, G-Man, you don't do it the right way publicly. We'll talk about all of that before I get into Shanny and everything, after you all hear what it is that she says. And I'm going to play this uninterrupted. You're all going to be able to see it and hear it. I'm not going to say anything. We're going to play the entire thing in its entirety so you can hear what she says. So nobody can say I put words in her mouth or anything like that. I want you to hear with your own ears what she said. And it doesn't matter what your belief system is. If these things were said about you, you probably would be game to respond to some of the things that she's talking about. Like I said, I was sitting on my business playing my game. And before that, I did my long run today. My legs are really sore today. But she said some things on Twitch that needs to be addressed. And I'm not going to be nice about it. I think I've been nice enough. I've been nice for 2 years. I think it was about 2 years I've been nice now, I think. No, not 2 years. No, I've been nice for about a year and some change. And you want to know what? I'll let you all hear it and you'll understand why I'm going to respond the way I'm going to respond. But like I said, I'm still going to do this the right way, but she needs to be corrected about a great many things. So let's play the video. And by the way, Shanny has the ability to contact me via Skype. I don't think they have a phone or whatever, but they can contact me via Skype. And she should have did that instead of making that YouTube video if she felt a certain kind of way. Because she chose to do this in public, I will be doing this in public. So let me mute this and you can all see what I'm talking about. So just give me a second here. I got to be careful with these ads. So give me a sec.
And him hiding stuff, and then him talking shit behind my back. That's what I got for helping someone in need and putting myself and my husband putting himself behind for his fucking needs, putting him first. And now I'm being hit with this death sentence. Just so he can feel good about himself. He thinks he can go ahead and brag all over the internet. I'm helping 2 adults. He barely. He wants to brag on the internet while he's helping him. Well, you know what? Next week, G-Man, I'm probably going to be dead. Because of a blood clot that grows in my leg and goes to my brain. And that will be on your head. So you can sue Dragnot, because that's way more important than saving his sister's life. And I'm not lying about this. At all. I'm just like, you have 1 week to live. And Jason knows this, and it horrifies him. What is he gonna do without me? He's gonna go fucking crazy. What is my children gonna do without me? Like, you're the one who started all the hatred on the internet anyway, G-Man! Because you lost that fucking house because you lied! And you start all this shit on the internet and pretty much ruined our fucking lives because of this shit. And then Dragnog cleaned on it. And then he wouldn't let it go either. Everyone's saying, get a job, get a job. How do you get a job? When people have gone to every fucking place of employment and fucking screwed your name over. In my thinking, it's all on your hands. My blood is all on your hands. Because you cared more about your laughs. You cared more about your money. You cared more about your fucking everything else. Than to think maybe my actions are affecting someone in a horrible way. And now I know I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna live through this. I know I'm not. The doctors have told me to keep my legs elevated. They told me to stay on bed rest. You don't care. You don't care. So a Dragnot's more important than preserving the life of your sister. That will be on your head, G-Man, and you damn well know that will be on your head on Judgment Day. You're going to have to face Christ. And Jesus is going to be like, why did you allow your sister to suffer and die when you could have done something different? I put those two in your care for a reason. To test you. And you failed your test. And you lied. Shanny and Rev will never be homeless as long as I live. You liar. You lied to get the house. You lied to get everything from us. And you took everything from us. Everything we owned is in your possession. That's all I have to say.
I want to make sure all of you heard that. I believe there's a video that was before that one that I was not shown. Buddy from the outside chat showed me one of them. Doing some further research here, there is another video here. I guess this is part one. So we'll watch the first one. This other one. It was about 3 minutes and 48 seconds. Like I said, before I go about correcting Shanny, I'll be nice and put it that way. Some of the things that I'm going to say, some of you know. Some of the things I'm going to say, a lot of you don't know. So when I say what you just got finished listening to is a bunch of caca, I don't know how else to put it. So let me get to this other video, and I want you guys to hear this. Let me make sure the ads. I don't know how else to put it. So let me get to this other video, and I want you guys to hear this. Let me make sure the ads. I don't know how else to put it. So let me okay. I don't know why I was doing that. Okay, there we go. I don't know why another thingy opened on my computer. Let me see something here. So let's go to the Twitch and go to the other one. I gotta make sure there's no ads on this thing first, though. So hold on. And lo and behold, there is. Okay, here we go. Yeah, there's an ad on here. Let me mute this, and then when the ad finishes, I'll play the first video she did. Apparently, like I said, I clicked on a link that Buddy from the outside chat sent me. And I was in the middle of playing a game when I saw it. So let's go to the other video. And then I'll respond. And like I said, this is not going to be no nice response to Shanny. Not like it was last time. Because I'm about sick and tired of her nonsense. So where is it? Here it goes right here. This is the first one. I'm so scared and whatnot, right? We need major prayers. Now, I have not seen this. I have not seen this. I didn't know about this until I just checked. And apparently this was done 14 hours ago. So let's play the video.
Just don't care anymore. It's a lot more stable than it was since I upgraded for got the upgrade for OBS. More stable. A lot more stable. So it was OBS, it wasn't the internet per se. Right. So, I just want to say this is probably my last broadcast ever. Ever to make. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know.
Just so he could feel good about himself.
Me and
He
Jason
go ahead
are
and
about to
grab.
be fully on the streets.
I don't know. Maybe not.
And I need a lot of prayers right now. Because I'm scared to death because
I apologize about the echoes. I'm going to try to share it again without the echo. So just give me a second here. I got to mute for.
It's pretty much G-Man gave me a death sentence. That's how I feel. I've been served a death sentence. Because I know I can't sit right. I know I can't sit like normal people. Or I get really, really bad edema. And that increases my risk of a stroke very bad. And I know it's going to happen this time because it almost happened when we drove out to Pennsylvania from Colorado. My legs swell. Like, even CPS saw it. Like, for 2 hours of me just sitting, just talking to the boys, of my legs swelling double its size. And me not being able to walk very well because of it. And he doesn't care. At the end of the day, he doesn't care. If I die of edema, he doesn't care. He doesn't care. He'd rather take the house that we gave him out of the kindness of our hearts, even though we knew we were going to be homeless. And he'd rather rent the place out so he can get money to sue Dragnot than to save his own sister's life. And I'm supposed to not be angry about this. I'm supposed to not be scared about this. I'm supposed to feel this way of not being scared when I know I'm gonna die sitting in that car because I have to keep my legs elevated or I'll get a blood clot. He gave me a death sentence and he doesn't care. He doesn't fucking care. Just so he can sue fucking Dragnot. Like, when that guy was homeless, when that guy needed a place, we gave him so much to help him.
Woo! There's a lot I'm going to say about this. So, anyway, that's the fullness of what Shanny, for Christ's sake. One of the videos I saw, the 5-minute video, the 3-minute and some change video, I just saw just now. So let's deal with the totality of what's being said here. All right. According to Shanny, and one of the things she did say was true when I said that as long as I'm around, as long as I'm alive, or as long as I got money in my pocket, that I would make sure that they're not homeless. All right. I did say that. The problem is, and there's a reason why I go around and I say that the atheists don't really know what they're talking about regarding these two, and what I say to them and what I don't say to them. So if you're not recording this or sniping this, I strongly recommend you do it, because I am not going to repeat the things that I'm going to say here today. So let me give you guys a little bit of time to do that before I do that. Let me go to an intermission, and then you need to set up a YouTube channel and try to snipe this or whatever you're going to do, because you won't hear about this again. At least not no time soon, because Shanny's full of it, and I'm going to prove it. So in the event that somebody actually believes them, let's get into a few things here. All right. I don't feel the need to go through all of that stuff in Colorado. The reason why Shanny doesn't have any money right now, the reason why Rev doesn't have any money, because they spent all of their money on stupid stuff. We all know this. I know this. They know this. They've admitted this to me over and over and over again. They lost a lot of money in the stock market. We all know this. This is nothing new. Okay, it wasn't Shanny and just her hauls. It was both of them making stupid financial decisions in terms of like buying insanely expensive games, insanely expensive cars, insanely expensive things that they were buying. We all know this. It's all over the internet. I don't need to go through all of that. So that ain't got nothing to do with me. All right. What they did in Colorado, you know, and remember, this is the same woman that wore that white and black scarf around her neck and claimed that she was rich, and said that, you know, when I was there the first time and then I got abruptly kicked out over a lie, which he said that, you know, 2 rich white people versus 1 poor black man. I never forgot that. I forgave them of that, but I never forgot it. I never forgot all of the hauls that these two did when they were going shopping and bragging about all of the money that they had. Never forgot that one bit. Never forgot that one bit. Okay. Now, they are in the situation that they're in for 2 reasons. Number one, they was irresponsible with the money that that Rev had, that he inherited it from his mom or whatever he had in the stock market or whatever. I, to this very day, I don't know everything about how much he had, but I know what he's told me in person or whatever. But Shanny, don't make another video, or I swear I'm gonna get on here and tell you what Rev actually told me happened over there in Colorado, and I mean it. All right. So the bottom line is that you're coming on here and blaming me for being broke is hilarious. You spent all of that money on stupid stuff. You know it. I know it. Everybody else is watching this knows this. That's number one. The second reason you and Rev are broke is because, and Shanny, let me explain this before I say this, okay? Because I know you, all right? We both know this is true. And this is what I've been dying to say on YouTube for quite some time. The only reason I feel a little guilty about saying what I'm going to say is because the only voice I heard in that video was you. I noticed that I wasn't hearing Rev in the background going, yep, yep. It wasn't none of that stuff going on. Normally, Rev would go to his channel and then confirm everything that you're saying. So it kind of hurts me to actually say this. But one of the reasons that you're going through what you're going through because Rev refuses to get a job. I know this, and everybody here knows this. But let me tell you what irritates me, Shanny, before you start blaming me for everything, because you didn't even tell the story correctly. You guys are going to take a look at a Skype conversation that I had with Shanny. Shanny is full of it. And I don't believe she looked at what I said to her recently. She needs to go take a look at it. You know what I mean? But A lot of you don't know this, but when they was over there, I would say during the fall, going into winter last year, this is a true story. I will bring the contractors on here and they will tell you. Okay? Normally when I go over there, it's Rev usually having the temper tantrum. It's usually Shanny having strong disagreements with me or whatever, right? And I usually just play it off, you know what I mean? One ear and out the other one, you know what I mean? You're in my care. I don't have to listen to none of that nonsense and whatnot, right? But let me tell you when I first blew a gasket dealing with these two. And I think some people, even the people in here who wish I was hanging from a tree and burnt alive, will at least see it from my perspective. Can you guys believe I found this guy a job? I went to a contractor that I knew. He needed somebody to be a helper. He's going to give him $11 an hour. I was trying to get him 15. And when and I said, listen to me. If you don't believe, Rev's a good worker. He wants to work. He's motivated. He doesn't want to constantly be under somebody or whatever, right? So we go inside the place because we was going to do some work in the attic or whatever. I said, Rev, come downstairs. Came downstairs. This guy right here is willing to give you a job. He's all happy and everything and whatnot, you know. I think this is when because you guys heard about this on YouTube, I think. When was this? This was around the time Shanny was crying and complaining that she's got to do everything herself or whatever. You know what I mean? Not 100% sure of the video. I'll try to find the video on one of these archive channels because somebody does have it. Now, actually, you know who might have it? You know who might have it? Dragnut might have it. Go to his YouTube channel. Either he has it or Moron Guy TV might have it. Go to him. Black Guy TV. He might have it. But I think Drag has it. But told him to come downstairs. And he wanted to test them. There was some leaves in the front of the place. And I specifically asked him to go out there well, actually, I didn't do the contractor. Told him to go out there and to rake the leaves. Told him to go out there and rake the leaves. Really simple. He's going to get $50. Not from me. I am so close with this contractor that he was going to give it to him because, you know, he's a Christian. He felt sorry for them and he wanted to help them. All he had to go out there and do was about 12 to 15 minutes worth of work. I don't know what happened in that house the day before or whatever, but he said he told one of the kids to go do it. He's not doing it. Now, I put my neck on the line to get this guy to hire him and to give him a job. The contractor looked at me like I was crazy, like he was crazy, saying, I can't believe it. And the leaves never got raked that particular day because I think it was like a brief, although it was a powerful one, a very brief storm that happened over there. I would say the storm happened, that storm happened, because where was I staying at that time? I think I was staying at the what the heck do you call that thing? The something motel. I forget what it was called, but it was over there on I don't know the roads over there that well, but anyway, all he had to do was go out there and rake some leaves, and then he would have started. He was going to get 8 hours a day, and 8 to 10 hours a day. My bad. And he was going to be able to, and all he had to do was go back and forth to a truck, because Rev don't really know a lot about tools. He don't know a lot about construction, but anybody can go back and forth and go get a hammer, go get a screw gun, pick up this heavy thing or whatever. You get $11 an hour for doing that. That's about, that's about right to be a helper. Okay, you pay your taxes at the end of the year, and and like I said, you'll be straight. But he didn't want to do it. He wanted one of the kids to do it. So naturally, I was so I was so mad that I stopped the work that I was going to do in the attic. Now, I'm going to tell the story regarding the attic in a moment, because it was my goal to rent that place out, because I've been spending all of this money fixing this place up and I haven't seen a dime. And even to this very day, I haven't seen a dime for all of the money that I put into that place. They was breaking the walls. They were breaking the doorknobs. Not they. My bad. Shanny's innocent in this. Rev broke the wall. Rev broke the doorknob, the not the doorknob, the thing for the door and whatnot, because of his temper tantrums. Let me tell you what happened that day. So, me and this contractor, we went out and we went and got a hot dog or whatever. The storm was going on. We came back. Storm had stopped. I went back in there and I completely went off. Now, a lot of you think I'm just doing this on YouTube. If Rev's honest and he does a video, or if I can find one of the times where I recorded it, that was one of a few times I went off on Rev. You know what I mean? So I got this guy a job. He didn't want to do it. The contractor didn't take me very seriously when I was telling him why they was living there to begin with. All right. So that was one time he did that. He did it a second time. He was willing to let bygones be bygones, hire him. He didn't want to work. Shanny got so mad at him for not wanting to work. That's why I think Drag has the video. She broke a lot of his stuff. She was throwing stuff at him. And when I walked back in there was a lot of broken stuff down the stairs in that house. Let me tell you something, Shanny. I am the best at airing dirty laundry. Do not play with me. All right? The bottom line is that your man doesn't want to work. Whether it's for psychological issues, laziness, or whatever, okay? The fact of the matter is your man don't want to work. I've been taking care of you for over a year. For over a year. The purpose of a stimulus or aid or somebody helping you is for you to get up off your butt and get a job and then become independent like other people do. You're acting like your situation is so unique. Do you know how many poor people exist in the world? I've been in your scenario at least 4 or 5 times in my life. Don't give me this garbage. That is my fault that you two are too lazy to go get a job. If you feel so strongly that is my fault, go to Scranton PD. And then when I go down there and we start talking about this, you're going to look really stupid and we both know it. Because I bet you Scranton PD offer him a job and guess what he's going to say? Nope, I'm not working. I'm not working for that. I'm not working. I've been dying to talk about this. Dying. But the bottom line is at the end of the day, I got this guy a job twice but with the same person. And both times he didn't want to work. Shanny kind of embarrassed him a little bit because she said, you know what? Tell your friend I'll do the work. I'll take my whatever she said about her legs or whatever, and she was going to do the work. I'll give her credit with that. Rev don't want to work. That's why they're in the position that they're in. Don't try to blame that garbage on me. You're not the first person to have a lot of money, lose it for making stupid decisions, and have to go out there and start over. Welcome to the real world. It's like I told your mother when you was claiming that you liked me and everything, and you were using me to get Rev jealous. Anybody that's going to be with me is going to have to work. You're going to have to get a J-O-B, period. I ain't doing this to be friends with these morons on the internet. I'm doing this so that I can finally speak up about what's been going on. And believe me, this ain't the only thing I can talk about. Like I said, I blew up on them a few times. It was supposed to be temporary. As a matter of fact, they were supposed to be there only 3 months. They was going to go to the government. The government was going to get them their money or whatever, the disability or whatever it is that they were trying to get. And then they was going to move on. So that's the first thing that I want to talk about, because this is going to take a little bit. The second thing is J-Man took everything. Now let's go by those words there a minute. Took everything, right? Or I have it in my possession and whatnot, right? The very first time I went there, and Shanny, I showed you the text messages. You know I got these things. All right? You literally told me the place. I'm talking about the first time. I'm talking about the second time where I had to lawyer up and do everything properly because I was stupid the first time. I owned that. You know what I mean? And in the future, if anybody wants to give me anything, I will be using a lawyer before I take anything from anybody else on YouTube. You better believe that. You better believe I'll be using a lawyer. But anyway, because I'm not because I don't trust you, but because of my experience with these two. Okay, particularly with Shanny. And then what Rev was saying when he was in his state, I've been called the N-word. I've been called a lot of things by these people, and I forgave them. I forgave them. This past winter when they was there, I'm going off topic a little bit. I told them over and over, I cannot afford to do this, that, and the other, and take care of my place at the same time. I was going to transition from where I lived to the house. That was my entire goal. That was my entire goal. But then they came all the way down from Colorado. Everything happened with them. I was even helping them in Colorado. I was helping with their electric bill. I was paying their phone bill. But anyway, I don't want to go off on that tangent or whatever. Okay, you guys have heard me get on here and talk about how the kids always saying, you know, G-Man, we love you, we love you, we love you, we love you. And I talked about how uncomfortable that makes me. Number one, I'm not their father. Number two, I'm not their uncle. Number three, I'm not their cousin. I'm not a family. But these kids, because of the way I was feeding them and the clothes I was buying for them, yes, I was buying them clothes. I was buying them food. I was buying them things. And hugging me, I love you, I love you. And I feel very uncomfortable when people do that because it ain't me, it's Christ that's doing those things. It's not me. I'm only doing this because of Matthew 25. And love your neighbor the way you love yourself. I know how selfish I can be if you keep me away from Christ. I know it. I know exactly who I am and what I was before I became a Christian. Now, let me say this. This is something else you guys don't know. They were staying there. They wasn't giving me a dime. Obviously, they couldn't because they didn't have any money. So Rev would go, G-Man, I want you to have this, man. I love you, brother. I just so love you, brother. And he would give me this. And I love you, brother. I said, no, I don't want it. And I would leave it there. Let them think, brother, when you going to take it? I don't want it. You can have it. Over and over and over and over and over and over again. Here you go, brother. Here you go, brother. Here you go, brother. Even when I was there the first time, you know what I mean? Before the so-called eviction, that and actually I don't want to get into that because then I have to get into these atheists. And this ain't about y'all today. But they told me everything in the house is mine. So most of that stuff was either damaged or it was junk, and I threw a lot of that stuff away. So I mean, when you got a ceiling, and I think I show people these pictures. This is like early on, three years ago, or whatever. All that water was coming inside. Man, please. When they came over there, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe you did all this work here. Shanny, I'm gonna say some things in this video, and your feelings are gonna be hurt. But you want to know what? You shouldn't have never came on. You should have came to me on Skype, like you was doing, or whatever, and you should have told me all of this on Skype. You came in public and said this. So you want to know what? I'm only gonna give them about 3%. Pray I don't go into the rest of it. I'm not even saying nothing. You know all the stuff I'm bypassing. All right. I'll be sounding like your mother in a minute. So just stop it. Okay. So look, not in its entirety, but a lot of the things that your mother was saying. You don't want to go there with me. Okay. So, let me get into this here. They would just give me stuff. G-Man, take it. And if I don't take it, they get offended. So what am I supposed to do? I left it there. I would leave it there for weeks because I would go there every 2 weeks or whatever. Go there, look in the refrigerator, no food. So, Rev, get the car. Let's go. We're going food shopping. Oh, can I come? Can I come? Can I come? Everybody comes. Everybody taking everything that they want. Rev would stop me because I was willing to spend a lot of money. Because when it comes to food, I don't play that garbage. I don't care if you like me or not. I hear you're hungry. I'm going to try to help. Period. And it's if I have it. If I don't got it, then I'm going to pray for you. Or I'll try to get Vekel or another Christian to try to help you or whatever. But me personally, I don't play that being hungry mess. Because when I grew up, I grew up very poor. And I still remember the mustard sandwiches and the mayonnaise sandwiches, you know, and the poverty that I was living in. I know what that's like. a lot of people watching me don't have the faintest idea of what it's like to be poor. But there are benefits to it. It teaches you how to survive. Now, they would just offer me, I take nothing, Shanny. Okay? Y'all gave me all that stuff. And most of it is in Scranton's garbage disposal. Because and I'm not talking about the Neo Geo. The Neo Geo's mine. I still, no. Yeah, I still have the Neo Geo. I still have other things that you gave me. But some of the other stuff I had to sell to take care of you guys. And we're going to get to that in a minute. Do you honestly believe that I have, after I pay my rent, I'm talking about my bills. I ain't talking about we're not talking about the house and everything that's on that and the things that need to be done there and whatnot. We're not talking about you. I'm not talking about ministry with me going out there helping other people. I have a lot on my plate. I have a lawyer that I'm paying that I pay for. So I'm going out there and I'm working. I'm busting my rear end like a kuta kinte. Okay, and I'm going out there and I'm taking half my check to take care of you and to take care of some other people. And it's something else you don't know, Shanny. I have a blood brother that is in a very similar position to you. Very similar position. Except they have the government in their life and they're in between trying to find an apartment. It's hard to do it when you got an eviction on your record in order to try to find an apartment. So in Pennsylvania, I'm trying to help my brother in his situation. I wanted to give a lot more than I gave today, but I couldn't because I'm juggling you. I'm juggling him. I'm juggling nieces and nephews. I'm juggling a lot of stuff on here you guys don't know nothing about. And I don't talk about my personal life. But I'm going to tell you one thing that's always irritated me, Shanny. This is why I've been out here a peep out of you no more. If you want some money in your pocket, get a job. Now, you saying that I don't care about these blood clots. I don't watch Twitch every day. I watch Twitch when I have time. I barely got enough time to keep up with all this stuff that's going on YouTube. Okay? So, I'm on here. Like I said, I got back from running. I got me a sandwich or whatever, playing my game, and then my phone goes, you know what I mean? And then buddy from the outside chat, oh, it's your fault. You're a terrible person. Yada yada. I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? Click the link. And then Shanny over there blaming me for a blood clot that's in her leg. No. She's not blaming me for the blood clot. She's blaming me for reducing the amount of help that I'm giving them. That's not, see, here's the thing, Shanny. This is what happens when you depend on poor people. Okay? I don't have $700,000 sitting in my account. I don't have stock options. I don't have all that. I bust my rear end to get what I get. I work very hard. Don't give me this garbage. You honestly thought that you was just going to be, that you was going to just sit on your behind. Let me calm down a little bit because I almost said something. You thought that you was going to sit on your behind and I was just going to keep doing this and it wasn't going to be like a end game to this? I didn't say I was cutting you off completely. I said I was going to give you less on a weekly basis. And then for those of you who don't know, I give them money every single week. Every single week. Which comes out to just under $2,000 a month. Just under. I would say it come out to about maybe, well, if you count the food that I sometimes get them, yeah, I would say about $2,000 a month. I would say about $2,000 a month. Because I'm trying to help them. Now, it ain't just me. Some of the money that I send them comes from my sister. Some of the money that I give them comes from my brother. Some of the money that they get is coming from family members who couldn't stand this woman in the beginning. These were the people that wanted to get their hands in there. I'm not even going to tell you how they feel about some of these other knuckleheads on YouTube. But they didn't like Shanny. I had to sit down and explain to them. I had to use the Bible. I had to do a lot of different things. But they give me a portion to give to them. because I can't do it on my own. They both know that. Rev, this is why I think Rev didn't say anything, because Rev understands that I only got but so much. They know what happens when the weather starts getting cold. You get less jobs. So don't give me that garbage. Then you're sitting here saying I'm talking behind your back. What am I saying behind your back? Are you talking about the GP call? You talking about GP? I'll save that video for another day. Let me tell you guys a little secret, okay, guys, regarding GP. I stopped trusting GP after the first month of talking to him. I wish I would have been smarter with Indigo, but there were just certain things that he was saying that rubbed me the wrong way. And to this very day, even Veckel and REBUKE, a lot of people are like, I don't know about GP. And we Christians, we believe that when the Holy Spirit when we believe the Holy Spirit is talking to us, the Holy Spirit will confirm with our spirits that somebody is who they say they are. And all of that's in question right now. All of it. All right. So after the first month, I didn't necessarily trust this guy. And when I don't trust somebody, some of the information that you're going to get ain't going to be necessarily accurate. That's just how I am. And when trust is lost, it's almost impossible for you to get it back with me. You're going to have to go over hula hoops to get that back. Now, Shanny, you told me over Skype. I'm going to read this to everybody here so you can all see it in the event that she shows all of you what was said on Skype. Where's my let me show you guys something here real quick. All right. She said this to me. She says, this is Shanny. She says, I'm scared, G-Man, about my legs. I can't stay long in the sitting position or I start to swell and I'm starting to get chest pains. Then she said, now I assume this is her because usually I tell them to tell me if it's Rev, say this is Rev, and if it's Shanny, then say this is Shanny. So I'm assuming this is still Shanny. Rev can correct me later if this is not her. He says, I need prayers because I don't know how much time I have left. Now, based on the videos that I saw on Twitch, this sounds like Shanny. Now these things were said on, let's see, Saturday, 7:36 a.m., Saturday, 7:37 a.m. Saturday, 9:07 p.m. Well, actually, how the heck is this Saturday? Forget the days, guys. Skype's stupid. There's no way in the world. There's no way. Did she say this morning? It's not even 9 p.m. But anyway, this thing is stupid. I did ask her what was wrong, and if she ever shows you the Skype, you'll see what I'm talking about. And then underneath that, I put Rev, how are you doing? Because we usually talk around this time, because this is about the time I start giving the money for bills, right? And then I said, Shanny, what's up? Then I gave them a reminder that the money that I give them is going to be reduced. How do you come to the conclusion that I want to see you homeless? How did you come to that conclusion? My ears are bleeding thinking about this. Figuratively speaking, I don't want nobody thinking my ears are bleeding. My head hurts pondering this. See, Shanny, there's only two different reasons you would say something like that to me, as far as like a video or whatever. Because I don't know from the time you made that video to the time I got the Skype message. I honestly don't know. Because I don't know if you think I'm just sitting around all day in front of a computer listening to everything that's going on the internet. I don't do that. I work. All right? So you're either trying to manipulate me or you're full of it. Because if you was really in that position, that is an excellent way for you to get government assistance. It is an excellent way to get government assistance. And if I'm not mistaken, can somebody correct me in the live chat? Did she say that she can't sit down for too long? For anybody in the live chat, did she say that she can't sit down for too long? Because if I'm not mistaken, I believe that's what she said. Did she say that she can't sit down for too long? Can anybody, even if you hate me, confirm whether or not that was said? Okay, JR says, yes, she did. Shanny, what do you do all day anyway? You're not laying down here, certainly ain't standing up. Shanny, I told you this before, and I'm going to tell you this again. Okay? Put some gas in that. If you need the money, I will fill the tank up. I tell you this all the time. I will fill the tank up because I want to help. Okay? I'll put, I think he says $40 will do it, or $45 will do it, and then in that other car that he has or whatever, or $60 or whatever. Whatever it is, let me know, and I'll fill the tank up. You better do it soon before my money gets reduced the way I've been telling you. Then you tell Rev to take his lazy behind to the city and sit there like everybody else do, like I got to do and everybody else got to do when you want assistance and you want help. When I was in this situation, you better believe I practically lived there. I was there from open to close, and I wasn't leaving until I got help. Okay? You ain't going to get help playing video games all day. You ain't going to get help whining and complaining about whether or not Rev is cheating or not all day. You keep talking about what he's going to do if something happens to you. Really? Shanny, I thought he was the one taking care of you. I'm lying? I thought he was your caretaker or your caregiver or whatever. Did you know you can get paid for doing that? You can actually make $500 a week for him actually taking care of you if you was as sick as you said you was. So let me tell you something, Shanny. I haven't said this to you in a few years. You can take those crocodile tears and just stop it. I am not going to be manipulated. I am not going to be manipulated. It's not going to happen. I've told you this to your face. Well, something similar to your face. Maybe not this. But I've told you this to your face. And I'm telling you this on YouTube. And if you keep doing this, the next time I tell you this to your face, there's going to be a camera on you where everybody can see it. And you know I'll do it. You got options. A lot of you don't even know that I told her, why don't you go back to Minnesota? That's where your family is. I don't know a lot about her family. I know about her mother, and I know about her father. She showed me some pictures with her siblings and some other family members that she got. But I don't know a whole lot about these people. If I was in her situation, I would swallow my pride and I would go to my family, but you better believe I would get up every day and look for a job and get my independence back super fast because I know how family can be. I used to live with my sister. I know all about that and the humility that comes with it. Sitting there talking about something I want to get rent so I can sue drag. Shanny, I think you've been smoking too much of that stuff, like honestly. And I think it's affected your brain. Okay. I don't think you really understand that the repairs that I made on that place, regardless of the criticism that I get on YouTube or whatever, the amount of money that I spent on that place is ridiculous. Oh, G-Man, you ain't paid $1 for it. Yeah? I haven't seen a dime for that place since I got it. All I got is money going out. And I haven't seen a dime. Of course I'm going to want something. I'm not going to keep taking all these losses. I've been taking losses for a while now. Because I'm trying to help you. Then your ungrateful behind gets on YouTube. G-Man, your sister's going to be dead. Shanny, you know what? Next week, you're going to still be alive. You're going to still be alive, Shanny. If you're not, then Rev didn't take you to the hospital or something like that. Remember, I'm not your man. Rev is. You know what I should do to be a jerk is I should go to who got that video. I don't know if it's on XX Archive, XX or Fundy Archive. I think it's on Fundy Archive, where you basically said that you use me to get Reb jealous. That's what you said. I've been watching all of these old videos as a bit of a reminder. I'm not your caretaker or your caregiver. I'm somebody trying to help. You don't listen to none of the advice that I give you. You just do whatever you want to do. And I don't argue with you. I let you learn the hard way. Because if you listen to me, you would have went to downtown Scranton and gotten some assistance. You would have did that. So this goes back to personal responsibility. You need to own the fact that you've been sitting on your rear end for too long. If your man don't do it, you better do it. Because not having an income is going to affect you in a lot of different ways. You guys keep talking about the system and the government and Democrats and all this other nonsense and whatnot. Well, guess what? You're going to be part of that very system if your man don't go get a job. Somebody's got to start working around here. Now, these knuckleheads on YouTube are telling me that I shouldn't be doing anything because I'm enabling your laziness. They're telling me that I shouldn't be giving you a dime because I'm enabling your laziness. This is going on 2 years. There is no excuse. Shanny, with all of the different jobs that you can do sitting on that bed at home where you can make a commission or be a secretary or whatever, like honestly, that game you got, okay, that PS5 that you got, and some of the stuff that you still got there or whatever, you need to take those cats, and I'm gonna say this publicly, you need to take those cats and you need to donate them to somebody, give them to somebody who can care for them. You need to stop smoking all of that junk. And when you get money, you need to learn how to do what every other woman in this country knows how to do when they get in trouble, and that is save it. Somebody once told me if a woman really, really, really wanted to get a roof over their head, oh, they'll get that roof over their head. Now, that can mean a million things. But you're the first one I've ever seen that this may not be true for. I don't know. I don't know. But you got to understand something, Shanny. I am not your husband. I am not your boyfriend. I am not your caregiver. I'm just here trying to help you as a friend. That responsibility falls on your man. Do you understand the words coming out my mouth? Last time I checked, you still got that Durango. Me and Reb talked about that. That Durango's worth a lot. Sell it. And then get an apartment. Until I'm able to help you again. Stop getting on YouTube, blaming Tom, Dick, and Harry, and G-Man. Stop blaming everybody on here and get off your behind and do something about it. When I was in trouble when I was living in there, I have a YouTube channel. You know what I did? I went on there and I did a fundraiser. And you'd be surprised how many people love G-Man and wanted to help me. And they did help me. And I got out of that situation. You need to do the same thing. Stop listening to these haters. Find your supporters and get them to help you. But by the way, if any of you help them, y'all need to put a condition on them that they're going to show you a lease, that they're going to show you that they're getting up and trying to look or whatever, or they found something or whatever. Do not support this video game stuff all day, because I stopped supporting that a while ago. Y'all can call me stupid, dumb, uneducated, all y'all want. I am nowhere near as dumb as the people on YouTube think I am. G-Man took everything. Shanny, like I said, you better watch it. Because the last time I checked, unless there's somebody else, I am literally the only. Okay, occasionally his uncle, occasionally, but other than me and the uncle, I don't see nobody else really doing nothing for you guys. Because you won't do nothing for yourself. You guys got to go out there and find a job. You have to go out there and find a job. Okay, and you want to bring the Bible into this and what Christ is going to say to me? This is what I recommend you do, Shanny. Go read Matthew 25, because I've been doing all of that. But there's another Bible passage I want you to read as well. Give me a second here. Let me find it. Hold on. This passage is found in 2 Thessalonians chapter 3. And it says, if a man will not work, he shall not eat. You two haven't been working, and y'all been eating because between your EBT card and what I give you, you've been doing okay. You're gonna blame me. One of y'all need to find a job. That's all I know. That's all I know. And by the way, Shanny, how many times has Rev or you called that house? Let me see if I can remember the words exactly what you guys called that house. Rev called that house a piece of you know what? When he was in one of his little Rev moods or whatever. He busted up the wall. Forgave him. Actually, I wouldn't necessarily say I just forgave him. I gave him some words, then I forgave him. Then he was doing some other stuff in there. I'm not gonna talk about the garbage. I'm not gonna talk about none of that other stuff. I'm talking about the garbage you take out that's supposed to go out for garbage night. Jenny, don't get me started. You keep bringing this stuff up. You ain't gonna like me. I'm telling you. You're not gonna like me. You're getting scared because your help isn't gonna be there no more. And like I said, I think this is a reasonable question. How long do you think I was going to do this? What if I got shot? What if I got hit by a tractor trailer? What if I broke both my legs and I couldn't go to work no more? Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever thought about if I walked outside and a missile destroyed the city that I was in and I was one of the casualties? You're not supposed to be depending on me. You're supposed to be depending on Jesus. And that's just the truth, man. That's just the truth. I don't mind helping people. What I don't like is ungrateful behind people who don't understand the seriousness of their situation. Anytime, this is what Rev doesn't understand. Rev don't got a lot of family. Shanny does. Shanny can go to Minnesota whenever she pleases. She can go to Minnesota whenever she pleases. Rev don't got that option. Shandy, this is what I recommend you do. It's called GoFundMe. Go start a GoFundMe. Prove to everybody that you're trying, and you'll be shocked at all of the people that will help you. You'll be shocked, but you're not giving them any reason to help you. Now, if they help you, you're going to hear them out, and they're going to throw a ton of conditions on you. But do a GoFundMe. Do something like that. You're going to need roughly about $3,000 until I can get my money together to help the way I really want to help. $3,000 should be enough. Well, actually, come to think about it, this economy is pretty bad. You're going to need about $4,000 for rent and security and maybe to buy a bed. That should be enough. Let me see. 13. You get a 1-bedroom. You get a 1-bedroom for about 12, maybe 20. Yeah, you'll have enough to get a decent bed. And what is Rev going to do if something happens to you? You know what? I'm not Rev. I don't live inside of his body, but let me take a guess. I think Rev's going to be sad. I think he'll be depressed. I think he will mourn you. Just like anybody else if somebody passes away. But I also believe That will be when he will actually start doing the things he needs to do to get himself together, because obviously he's been doing a little bit of it. He's been doing a little bit of it. No, you just want to sit on your butt while I take care of 100% of the stuff. That ain't happening no more. I don't got it. Now, Rev ended up broke, and this is the part you're not going to like, Shanny. And I'm sorry, but I got to say this, because if I don't, you know, these trolls on here are going to have a field day. You may have made that man broke and caused him to lose. That ain't happening with me. That ain't happening with me. I watch David Weiser's the Dave what the heck is he calling himself? Dave Weiser or David Anthony or whatever he calls himself, right? He goes in he took all the Rev stuff. Now he's coming after G-Man. You guys can dream on with that. I have done more, Shanny. If you look at everything you did for me, Shanny, I have done that and then some. And then some with you. I could have called this last year if I wanted to. But I see what you guys are going through. But one of you need to get a job. We talked about this a few months ago. And then what was I told? G-Man, you live your life and we will live our life. G-Man, you live your life and then we'll live our life. That's what you told me, right? What about when Rev? What about when Rev was offered that job and he turned it down and you said that you would go do it? Are you still willing to do it? I could probably talk to him. I mean, if you want to, I mean, now that we know that you got blood clots, you're probably not going to be able to go back and forth to a van to grab tools. If you know what a hammer is, if you know what a wrench is, you know what all these different things are. And you can't talk back. If he tells you to do something, you have to do it. And it will be a man, a boss, a male telling you to do what you got to do. But you'll be paid $11 an hour. One of you should have took that job. That is my response to that Twitch nonsense that you put on there. Of course I would be sad if something happened to you, Shanny. I would be sad whether people want to believe this or not. I don't like Dragnut. I think Dragnut's a jerk. I would be sad if he passed. For multiple reasons. I would be sad if Miss Parker passed. I would be sad if any one of these people passed. If I had any type of interaction with them or relationship with them. But I'm getting sick and I am getting tired of, hey, G-Man, stop enabling it. Stop enabling them. They won't get a job if you keep enabling them. I'm hearing this from my sister. I'm hearing this from my brother. I'm hearing this from YouTube. Everybody's telling me this. I am literally the only one who is ignoring this and doing this stuff for you. Even if his uncle is telling him he needs to get a job. You want to blame somebody for your position? Blame yourself. Buying all that stupid stuff in Colorado and living in these extravagant apartments that you were living in. Like a dummy. Acting like that money wasn't going to run out at some point, which I predicted was going to happen. Me and a few other people. I'm going to talk behind your back. You know full well if I have a disagreement with you, I'm going to come to your girl and say it. I ain't tell GP nothing I haven't said to you guys already. You made me think I was wasting my time helping you with videos like that. You sound ungrateful. You sound like that everybody owes you something and that everybody needs to just take money out of their pocket and help you because your name is Shanny. No, G-Man, because we gave you a house. Yep, you sure did. You ain't give me nothing, by the way, Shanny. And this is something that you need to understand. We didn't give me nothing. You didn't give me nothing. Rev gave it to me. And I now know why he gave it to me. You wasn't being all that generous, and I'll save that for another video too. All right? So cut the nonsense. Cut the nonsense. You guys want to sit there, and I'm referring to you, Shanny. I'm not talking to these atheists. You keep talking about G-Man atheist this and G-Man atheist that. Right? Give me a second here, guys. My battery is dying. I gotta unplug my clock. Plug in my laptop battery's almost dead. But like I said, all you're doing is you're just sitting on your behind every day. Y'all ain't trying to do nothing for yourselves. I'm poor and I'm black. I'm still poor. I'm poor and I'm black. If I had the attitude that you guys had, I would be excommunicated from the black community because we don't play that mess. In this country, we got to be twice as good in order to get the same opportunities some of these other people in this country get. I know what'll happen if you go downtown Scranton and ask for assistance. Y'all just too lazy to do it. I think that's why they're telling me to stop financially supporting you, to make you guys go do it. And you want to know what? If I see one more video on YouTube, when you get on here telling these tall tales, I'm going to pretend like you don't exist. And you're going to see what I mean by that. I'm only going to deal with Rev, and that's it. But as a matter of fact, from here on out, that's the only person I want to deal with. I ain't got no time for the nonsense, Shanny. I ain't got no time for it. You got this thing where you suck up to these atheists, and then you want to be, and then you want to attack them. Then you suck up to them, and then you want to attack them. I know this. Recco knows this. We all know this. You're like a female version of Brett Keane. Cut the baloney. I am honestly the only friend you got. Do not bite the hand that helps you. So the atheists were correct when they said that you guys that you guys refused to work. I don't want to work. I triple dog dare you for one of you to contact me and say, "Oh, G-Man, I want to work." I'm going to make sure I record that conversation. I'm going to make sure that I get video proof of that so I can show everybody. So when you're told how much, like for example, we was inside the house. I said, "Rev, you $100, man, paint this room." It never happened. Bloody kids work harder than they do. The kids work harder than they do. And you brought this upon yourself, Shanny, when you decided to go on Twitch. And a buddy from the outside chat never sent me that video. I would never known what you said. I'd have never known what you said. Maybe not until maybe Monday or Tuesday when I would have been curious and checked out Twitch to see what you or what Negs was saying. I'm not going on that account. Ain't nowhere in the world I'm starting to Twitch. I'll start something else, but I'm not going on there. You're making that platform toxic. I ain't got no problem. I'm just not dealing with it. I'm not. I have put a lot of stuff in my life on hold to make sure you got a roof over your head. And I think your ungrateful behind need to show a little bit more appreciation for it. You, on the other hand, had close to, like, I don't even think there are certain things I know this atheist community doesn't know regarding this man's net worth and everything that he had. I remember when Red broke this down to me and told me, now mind you, I come from Jersey City, New Jersey. I used to live on Fulton Avenue. I used to live on some of the most poorest, most dangerous areas in that city. I think the most amount of money I have ever seen at one time in my face might have been in the Jersey City days might have been maybe $40 growing up. They're telling me that first of all, a lot of you don't even know what this man's net worth was. And I'm not going to get into that, but it was more than what they told you on YouTube. It was a lot more. And I know what happened. I know what happened to a large majority of it. And believe me, it wasn't just Shanny. Sitting there worried about, how about this? Thank you, Jesus, that I'm going to get this amount from G-Man. Now it's up to me, Lord. Lord, can you just open up an opportunity for me, Lord, to be able to get the other half of myself? Lord, open up a door for Rev to get a job. Like pray or something. Act like you got some faith. You like to get on here and talk about the Bible, but you have no faith whatsoever. Zero, none, nada, zilch. Neither one of you practice what you claim you have. If you got faith in Jesus, get on your knees and ask God and ask Christ for an opportunity to work. Or how about this? You like to talk to these atheists all the time. Ask one of them if they live nearby, if they can help you find a job. You ain't going to do that. No, tomorrow or the day after tomorrow or whatever, you're going to get on here. You're going to call me every name in the book, but you're not going to go out there and try to find a job. As if your problems are going to magically go away if you call G-Man a bunch of names. Y'all don't want to work. That is why that's why y'all in the position that you're in. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if all that time y'all was living there for free? All that time, if you would have just did Uber, if you would have did Lyft, if you would have, what's some of this stuff there? I think they got something where you can get groceries or whatever, or collect groceries. Imagine if you did that and you saved all of that money the entire time you were there. We wouldn't be having this discussion. You would be giving God thanks. You would be telling the testimony. But no, you want to lay on your behind and you want somebody else to take care of you. Shanny, you know my personality. I ain't no feminist. All right. But I do understand. Well, actually, let me put it this way. I'm not a toxic feminist. I do believe that women should have rights in America. But in your case, you just want to lay around all day, claim that you're a feminist. This is what cracks me up about you, and always cracked me up about you over the last year. You want to claim that you're this feminist and you're an independent woman, but you don't want to get off your butt and do something independent. Don't worry, Shanny. You're going to say this is big talk on YouTube. You'll see me in a week. Don't worry. As a matter of fact, you'll see me this weekend. Then you can tell me whatever you got to say to my face. You can tell me whatever you got to say to my face. I'm not going to sit here and let you get on YouTube and lie. We gave you my legs and when you was in Denver, Colorado, you was talking about this little bruise you got on your chest. You were supposed to die of cancer of that, right? And before that, it was something else. And before that, it was something else. That mess works on Rev and ain't working on me. You'll be here next week, Shanny. And if you're not, I will do my best to try to help your man find a job so he can get himself together. I will do my best, provided he doesn't get on here and start calling me the N-word every 2 seconds or whatever. Because if he does that, I'm done with you guys. If you call me that, I'm done with you. You should just be thankful that somebody cares enough about you to help you. So the part of the video where she said that I was going to stop helping them, that's not true. I was going to cut their money in half. That's all I was going to do. It was up to them to get the other half on their own. Because I'm simply putting the fall and then the winter, those are not good times for me when it comes to finances. It's just not. Oh, here's another story I've always wanted to tell. You know how they always complained about the houses being cold? Now, as I just said, in the fall and the winter, those are not my best times to make money and whatnot, right? Oh, man, I remember this one. I spent the night over there and I froze my butt off with them, you know, as well. They was in their room. I believe I was in the attic and I had to get under like 9 blankets because the place had no heat or whatever, right? Which was true at the time, right? Well, actually, it didn't have the furnace heat. They had heaters. I didn't have one. because I just manned up and just took it. All of them had a heater in their room, all of them, and those heaters were pretty powerful, especially in the main bedroom. I didn't even want to leave that room. They said, "G-man, sleep on the floor with us." I was like, "Nope, I'm going to take my behind to the attic because I believe heat travels up." Although that was wrong because when I was up there, I froze my behind off. But anyway, that's not even the story. The story is that I woke up and I said, "Forget this mess, man. I see how cold it is here." So what I did was I said, "Rev, wake up. We're gonna go put some fuel in this furnace and see if we can get this thing working for an hour." Gee, it's early in the morning and I really don't feel like and they know I'm only there for that day. So I didn't argue with them. I just left them there. So it's not that I don't care. They're too bloody lazy to do anything for themselves. But I'll give Rev credit. He is the workhorse. He's the workhorse. I give him this. I'll give him this. He goes to the store. He buys the groceries. He buys the cigarettes for them. He goes out there when he has gas and takes care of everything he has to take care of when he's out the bed and he's up and ready to go. I'll give him credit for that. One of the things that Shanny said to me recently that I don't agree with is, "Jimmy, I can't drive no more." Yeah. Better get ready to start learning how to drive again. You're going to have to. Don't give me this stuff about your legs, Shanny. Don't give me this stuff about your legs. Even if your legs was like that, Rev should be getting paid $500 a week to be your caregiver. If any of that was true. If your doctor honestly said that you have to be cared for where you are right now, Rev can be paid $500 a week. You can have an apartment inside of a month and a half to 2 months with that kind of income. If you're smart with it. If you know anything about survival. And that's what frustrates me about people who are rich or formerly rich. This is why I think poor people have more of an advantage as far as survival does over a person who lives in the suburbs or a person who's got money, because they don't know the first thing about survival. What happens when you got to eat maggots? What happens when you got to build a shelter without actually having material or whatever? You got to use just branches and you got to use leaves. What happens when you got to go out there and you got to go fishing and you ain't got no rod? What happens when you got to go in the woods and you got to survive? A poor person would know how to do that. A rich person? Please. Will never entrust my life to a rich person, because these people, based on what I'm seeing with these two, if you're rich and you're watching this, please understand I'm using my examples based on the people that I'm helping right now. All right. They don't seem like they know how to do anything in survival mode sometimes. Although Rev is changing, he's getting better. But it still doesn't change the fact that they're in the position that they're in because they refuse to get a job. They refuse to get a job. You're going to get mad at me because I want compensation for all of the work. Like I said, Shanny, if you got a problem with any of the decisions I'm making, Scranton PD is right downtown. Go down there and in downtown Scranton. You go down there and you go talk to them, have them contact me, and good luck with that one after that. Because they're going to tell you to get a job. And they're probably going to tell you where to go with their hiring. McDonald's will never turn you down. You get up in the morning, you put on some fresh smelling clothes, and you go to work. And if I don't know if it's $10 an hour, $11 an hour, $12 an hour, or whatever they give you, you take it, you use a portion of it for your present situation, and you save the rest. That is what everybody else on the planet has to do. You ain't no different, and you ain't special. You have to do what the rest of us do. Why do you think I got on drag about, him acting like he's special because he got a job? We all got to get jobs. That ain't nothing impressive. You need to get a job, you need to get your paycheck, and you need to start taking care of yourself. Because my help was always going to be temporary. Period. Rev, for the love of everything that is holy, bro, you need to call your uncle, dude. You need to talk to your uncle before. Anyway, let me I'm just gonna wrap this up or whatever. So So yeah, I got Rev a job twice. He didn't want it. Felt sorry for these two. Wanted to try to help them. You know what I mean? I have my own opinions on why Rev keeps telling me that God told him to give me that house. Regardless of the reason, I have my own personal theory. And if I get angry enough, I will get on here and tell everybody what my theory is. But Shanny, like I said, Denver, Colorado ain't gonna disappear, and Duluth ain't gonna disappear. We all saw it. So stop lying, saying this is all my fault. Then you got the nerve to get on YouTube and say that I'm the reason why everybody hates you. Shanny, let's be honest here for a moment, right? Go to Fundy Archive. I want you to go take a look at what what's his name? Glute was saying about you before you and Rev got together. As a matter of fact, go look at what the Drunken Peasants was saying about you. Go look at what all these other people on YouTube were saying about you before you and Rev got together. Then I want you to take a look at what they were saying about you when you was trying to get with him. Then I want you to take a look at what they were saying when you finally got him. No, honey, they hated you for quite some time. You want to know when you really got in trouble? Is when you got on YouTube and you called me the N-word. And you just got loose just constantly using this word. You offended not just me, but you offended a lot of people. What do you think was going to happen? Then you was getting on here, acting like a pompous rich person, putting everybody down, bragging about how much money you had and everything. That's not my fault. Do I need to play some of these videos? My goodness. People need to own their stuff. You know what I got to own? I got to own the fact that I have a weakness for people that are struggling a certain way. And because of that, I have a hard time walking away from situations. That is something I got to own. But you know what you got to own, Shanny? You got to own these people hated you long before you just abruptly threw me out of that house the first time. Then you're gonna make a YouTube video tomorrow talking about forgiveness, and I already forgave you, but I know exactly what I forgave you for. But if you make another video like that again, I'm done with you. There's no point in me and you dealing with each other no more. I will simply deal with Rev and that'll be it. And then if he gets on here and says something similar to what you guys said in the past, you'll see just how fast I'll just pretend like you two don't exist. I don't play that. I didn't play it with GP, and I'm not going to play it with you guys. Now, GP didn't use any racial slurs with me. I just believe that GP just in general betrayed me. But as far as you guys go, you want a very large portion of your problems to go away. You need to find a job. Stop coming on social media every day. Find a job. Then you can come on here and say, guys, I got good news. I found the job. I'm not telling you where I work, which would be smarter on your part. Don't tell nobody where you work. And then get some paychecks and get out of the situation that you're in. Of course, I'll be there to help. But like I said, more than likely, I'll get 50 videos from you two calling me all kinds of names under the book. And when you do it, don't come on here being fake. Oh, G-Man, my friend, and I love G-Man. Yeah, you love me when I'm helping you, but when times get hard and I can't do it no more, all of a sudden now everything's my fault, right? Right? Some people are asking why Shanny doesn't have no clothes. Shanny has clothes. I bought them some clothes, although actually I'm not going to get into all of that. I'm gonna let them explain that, and if they lie, I will come on here and explain. But I bought them some clothes. I bought them clothes. I bought them food. And I'm trying my best to take care of these two. But y'all don't know how hard it is to do this stuff when she gets on here acting like this. Stop being afraid. Stop being scared, and walk by faith and not by sight. This ain't gonna be the first time a human being had to sleep in a car or whatever. And you don't even got to do that. You can stay where you are. So anyway, let me see if anybody has any questions in the live chat. I don't know why she's wearing the same shirt for 10 days. If she's doing that, because I don't watch Twitch that often. That's not true. They do laundry. It ain't that often, but they do it. I'm buying the muumuus? All right. I'm not buying the muumuus. I don't even know what a muumuu is. What the heck is a muumuu? Why do I keep enabling them? I'm not enabling them. I'm trying to help them. But I don't know how much longer that's going to happen with the way she's acting. Watch the other Twitch video. Watch the other Twitch video. You'll be even more. She made another one. A large tent dress. I didn't buy that for her. No, I didn't buy her a large tent dress. I didn't get that for her. I bought them some shirts, and particularly Rev because he needed some things. But I don't know. Sometimes they don't like it when I buy them certain things. So she made 2 new videos. Let me check out and see what they're talking about.
And him hiding stuff, and then him talking shit.
All right, let me see. No, I don't see any new videos. The last video she made was 16 hours ago. I don't see anything else. 2 videos this morning. Those are the videos I'm responding to right now. I'm responding to the 2 videos where she's blaming all of her problems on me. In order for them to get SSI, they got to actually go down. They got to go down to the government office to apply for it. And until they do that, they're not going to be able to get it. Beggars can't be choosers. They seem to choose you a lot, G-Man. Oh, yeah, I saw them both. That's why I'm making this video. That's the only reason I'm making this video. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this video up. Do you honestly think that your assistance has helped them in any way? Yes and no. I believe that it has helped them as far as having a roof over their head. Help them get off their behinds and go get a job? No, that's something that somebody else is going to have to help them with, because I tried doing it. I got them 2 jobs and they didn't, and Rev didn't want it. Rev simply put didn't want it. No, I won't. Especially after today. I'm not taking this video down. This video is going to be up for everybody to see it. She can apply online. She doesn't even need to leave the house till she has to go see a doctor. She can get, see, here's the thing. They can get what is it? TRA, temporary rent assistance. They can get temporary Section 8. They can do a lot of things. They can get but in order to do that, you got to go to the city and you got to ask for the help. You know what I mean? And if they're not willing to do that, then there's nothing I can do for them. Widow's son says, yes, you will, you liar. I don't know how I'm going to do that when my money runs out, because my money is actually going to start getting low. I don't know what you're talking about. I can't give what I don't have. As a Christian, I can't do that. You help them enough. Screw them now. I can't do that. As a Christian, I cannot do that. They can get TNAF, SSI, and most of this is on apply online. Well, contact them and let them know what they can do, because they're going to have to do it soon. They're going to have to. Talking about something, I'm using money to sue. Oh my goodness, these two are just. But like I said, in Rev's defense, he didn't say anything in those videos. That was all Shanny, because I think Rev knows better. Rev understands that that not everybody's gonna have money all the time, and I don't think Shanny understands this. I don't know how many jobs she's had in her life, but money don't grow on trees. Like I said, if I get killed tomorrow, who's gonna take care of them? She needs to think that way. It's too easy for her. You know, this is why, Shanny, I'm talking directly to you. This is why I don't consider you to be no feminist. You're a fake feminist. You want to know why? You got no problem being under the subjection of a man. Tell me you don't find men attractive. You don't like men. Blah, blah. Yeah, right. You ain't got no problem being under the thumb of a man. Now, I bet you never saw this day coming, huh? The heck out of here. Well, here's the thing. Like I said, I'm not going to be helping you guys often no more, because I'm not going to have the money. I'm only doing it one more week, and that's it. They're going to have to do something. You know, like I said, they got options. But one of the things that's making my nose bleed when I think about this is, why don't she go back to Minnesota? She has a huge family over there. Somebody over there has got to understand her a little bit and can help her. And then she can go out there and apply for jobs. She understands Minnesota better than I do and anybody else. Why do you feel as if you are responsible for them? I'm appreciative. That's what I am. I'm appreciative. I appreciate what people do for me to a fault. And I've been told this by my family and a whole bunch of other people. You have no idea what I'm hearing from my own family every day when I'm around my brothers and my sisters. You have no idea some of the things that I'm hearing. But I have to ignore that and do what I got to do. Do you think they'll get the boys back? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a minute. What? Do I think they'll get the boys back? Yeah, when they get some work. Because if they don't get no work, they're not going to give them back to them, I don't think. They got to get work. Or they got to get an income. They are not going to work as long as you give them money. Well, all I know is this. Saturday of next week, they're going to have to. Saturday of next, is it Saturday? No, it's not even Saturday. It's oh crud, I gotta send them that money sooner. Maybe Friday. Thursday or Friday is literally the last day. What? She is threatening to hurt herself if you do not keep supporting her. What do you have to say about that? What? I don't have nothing to say about that. Rev needs to call a healthcare professional with her regarding that. I'm fully aware of what's coming. That's the I'm already feeling it. I'm fully aware of what's coming, and I agree with that fully. But I ain't gonna have no choice. Like I said, come Thursday or Friday, I'm done. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna wrap up this particular video. Shanny, please don't let me go back on Twitch and hear you say that stupid mess again. Or I swear I will cut you off. Well, actually, come to think about it, you might as well get it all off your chest because come Thursday or Friday, you know, you're probably gonna just do it anyway. So y'all gotta find a job. It's just that simple. I've been saying this for going on 2 years now. It is time to find a job. Y'all live in the past too much. You need to find a job. Now, Shanny, before you get mad at me for saying this about you, don't make me go to Fundy Archive and show you what you said to me. Oh, my goodness gracious. Anyway, let's take a look at that outro. I'll make another video if she responds. If not, I'm trying to do some other stuff on YouTube where I don't have to deal with this nonsense. Where's my outro? Where's my outro? All right, later, guys.